Hello, welcome to Everyday Life in Finance with Robbie. I'm Robbie. Today I'd like to talk to you about health. I know that on this channel we talk about everyday life matters, and health is extremely important. Health is wealth. That saying couldn't be more true. And I want to talk to you about just doing the basic things which could, prevent financial issues later on or other issues, even health issues, later on that could impact you financially. So it's so important to get your annual physicals done, your regular general physicals, your vision checkups on an annual basis, your dental is so important, and dental cleanings. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the dental, because some people, they forget, they just do their annual physical and they forget about the vision and the dental checkups. Dental is extremely important because the mouth, it is the source of where everything, things get into your body via the mouth, and it has tons of bacteria. So, brushing your teeth regularly, flossing, getting your checkups, getting professional cleanings. It's not the same as just, brushing your teeth, because they clean so much better than what we do, and they see things that we don't see, and they can spot issues early on. If you have ever had a toothache and there could be an infection there or something like that, if you let that linger, let that infection linger, do you know that it could kill you? You could actually die, and all from just what you may say, oh, I just have a little something with my gums, or my gums are bleeding, or something along those lines. That's not good. And that's something that you want to take care of. So your dentist should be, you should see him on a regular basis so they know, what your mouth is. And gone are those days that people used to be fearful of the dentist, and they have ways to do things differently. It's not the same. But when you wait until you could have had like a minor cavity that could have just needed just a little filling, that maybe you would, may or may not need anesthesia for, you know and you waited and you left it untreated because you don't visit your dentist on a regular basis, then you're going to spend more money because you're going to need more work. And maybe eventually that tooth will need to be extracted. And I'm not, a medical expert or anything like that, so I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just saying that it's so important that you catch things early on, be it a simple cavity or be it a problem with your gums or anything like that, because, the mouth is so important. I mean, the mouth leads to other things. Each tooth in your mouth is connected to a different organ in your body, as far as like the nerves and so forth. So you want to be careful, with that, and make certain that you're always taking care of your mouth and that your mouth is clean. You're brushing, you're flossing, you are rinsing with the right, types of mouthwashes. And there are a lot of different ones, a lot of natural mouthwashes that you can use that also protect your teeth and also nourish your gums, because you want to treat them. We put lotion and stuff on our skin. Why wouldn't we make certain that the right oils and so forth are in our mouth to, kill bacteria, to nourish and treat our gums? So we want to make certain that we're focusing on everything. And eyes are important also, because your eye doctor can spot, just by looking at your eyes, can spot, illnesses, by taking a deep look. They get to see certain things. If your eyes are yellow or not as white as they should be, or, they look behind the eyes as well. When they shine that light in your eyes, they're looking behind your eyes as well. So I can't stress, even if you don't wear glasses, I can't stress, the importance of, I can't stress it enough, the importance of going to your eye doctor and getting, regular checkups. It's just extremely important, because if you miss something, it could impact you financially later on. All of this, applies. And sometimes we don't think about these things. We just, say, oh, I take care of myself. I eat healthy, I eat healthy foods, I don't drink, I don't smoke. We think about those things, but there are other things that you may not see. There are people that, that I know, and, sadly, they didn't get regular appointments. And when they finally went to the doctor, it was something drastic and, extreme rather. And, you may have to be out of work for more months than you would have had you have caught it earlier. So all of this impacts your finances, and you want to be careful, about it. Again, health is wealth, and you have to pay attention to every part of your body from your head to your toe. It's not good enough to say, oh, I get my nails done, I get my hair done, and things of that sort. Some people, just look at those things, and I always do everything. I get facials, I get this. There's more to that's great, because then that the facials and stuff are definitely helpful, keep your pores clean, because sometimes we don't get to it the way the estheticians can get to the pores of our skin and things like that, and getting those types of treatments. It's great, but you want to make certain you take care of the inside of your body. Do all of those annual appointments, get everything checked, on a regular basis, so you know what's going on in your body. Take care of your body, especially when you're younger, so that when you get older, you don't have to worry about those sorts of things. Watch your weight, do all of those things that are necessary. Watch what you eat, and I'm not saying we don't, I like chocolate, and certain things, but I don't eat it all the time. I eat it, occasionally, and I don't, it's not like I just, keep it with me all the time, but on occasion, I'll have chocolate cake or something along those lines. But, you want to, watch those sorts of things and just take care of your body. And if you feel that something's off, get it checked. Don't put it off. Don't say, I don't have health insurance or something like that, so I can't go to the doctor. Go. If you have to go to emergency, go. And they will bill you. And when you get that bill, you pay a little bit each time. If you can't pay the full bill, you pay a little each time, because I know, sometimes emergency, coverage, it can be a lot more. You have to meet deductibles and things of that nature, or you may temporarily, or, for some reason not have insurance. Maybe, you're self-employed and you didn't think it's necessary, which it is. Health insurance is so necessary. We're now able to get it for now. We'll see what happens here in the United States. In some instances, self-employed people in the past, it was difficult, it was expensive. Now it's much more reasonable, and available, state by state. So take care of yourself, so that, your finances are not, impacted unnecessarily. Some things you can't avoid. Sometimes, you may discover something that's just unavoidable, but I think you should do as much as you can, treat it as early as possible. So, make sure you stay on top of that, and take care of your health, take care of your body, and also mentally. That's the last thing I want to talk about, because stress is also horrible for your health. So keep yourself in check, as far as stress. And if you need to see a therapist just to talk things out, because sometimes your friends, they don't want to hear everything that's going on in your life. And sometimes it's good to just have a therapist available, so you can talk these things through and talk it out and get it off your chest. Because when you hold things in, and I'm the queen of holding things in, when you hold things in, and because maybe you don't have anyone to talk to or get it out, just to get it out of your system, it's bad for you, and it can result in stress can result in heart issues, all sorts of issues. And just you're just not feeling well at all, so you want to take care of that as well. And if you need to speak to a mental health professional or a therapist, there's nothing wrong with that. There should be no stigmas attached with that. Every now and then we need to speak to someone, and someone beyond our friends or our parents. We need to just lay it all out there and see what's going on, and just clear your mind, so take care of yourself, take care of your whole entire body. So thank you for joining me for this episode of Everyday Life and Finance with Robbie. And if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe, and come back for more. Thank you so much.